The computer is doing a lot of thinking. Of course, he's going to turn one of my lands into a forest. Kind of a stupid decision. I don't know why he chose this one, but I guess you can't really expect the opponent, the computer, to be super smart, especially since, I don't know, maybe it gets more difficult as you progress through the game. Hopefully it's some good creature. No, it's another mountain. So we continue playing with two mountains in hand. Let's declare with this guy. I guess if you tap your mana first, it's a little bit faster. And he'll probably let this through, and
combat damage.
We'll have him down to 11.
Draw.
I guess thanks to his weird druid, he has no forest now. Well, he has a forest now, but oh, he has a mountain, which means I can
Unseen walker.
attack with the mountain goat, and he won't be able to block it. That's convenient. I wonder how long that's been on there. I guess it goes to show I'm not much better of a player than the computer in this game. Please be a creature. All right, we have a creature. Is it good? Let's see. Let's quickly look it up. Another bodyguard. It's 2/3 for 3 and a red with first strike, which is pretty cool. Are we in the main phase? I guess not. Otherwise, we would be able to play a card. There is the main phase. Let's play Mountain first. And play our Anaba Bodyguard. Let's stop these planes, which we won't really need.
Anaba Bodyguard.
This game also works pretty good in this emulator. Sometimes especially after you play one game and you win or lose it, the transparency effects break. But other than that, I didn't see too many issues with the emulator. I'm just playing it on my laptop with an Xbox controller, which has very similar layout, or almost identical layout as a Dreamcast controller, so the controls are actually fairly intuitive. So let's swing with this guy. Let's swing with the mountain goat since it can be blocked. And let's swing with this guy as well because he'll either have to block it with his druid, so they'll just both die, or I'll get in for extra 2 damage. So either way, I'll be happy with this. I'll do this, and well, give this guy some extra power. Oh, he did? Oh, I see what's going on. This guy really wants to trade. I don't like this guy. Let's do it that way. I'm happy with this choice.
Combat damage.
So yeah, the animation in this game is actually pretty good. The graphics are cool. It's kind of a shame that this game is only in Japanese. I wish there was someone who knows more about this stuff than I do, who would maybe mod the ROM and translate it. I had a look into it because I thought maybe, oh, I can just replace some characters in it, and typically changing text is relatively easy in these ROMs, but this one, since it's all in Japanese, I'm not exactly sure how Japanese fonts work and how they work on Dreamcast specifically, so I couldn't figure it out. But there must be some bits that you can just flip and I guess switch the card language to English, since all the card descriptions, names, and flavor text and everything is in the ROM. It's in the game. So it's not what I want to do. Okay.
River Boa.
Play the 2-1, but I guess it doesn't really matter because he can't block my goat, and the Minotaur is just going to kill him. The bodyguard, I guess. Alright, let's see.
Mountain.
Another mountain. That's not super useful. But we're going to play it anyway. Attack with them both. He did decide to block. But this means we still get in for one with the mountain goat. The mountain goat turns out to be the prime damage dealer here.
Draw.
Unseen Walker.
He seems to be drawing into a lot more creatures than I am, so and they're a lot more consistent. So I guess that the computer decks are built a little bit better than the starter decks that they gave the players to choose from.
Draw.
Goblin Elite Infantry.
I think this goblin, if I remember correctly, is just a 2/2/4/2, but he gets -1/-1 when he's blocking or being blocked, which kind of sucks. Let's stop at plains and mountain.
Goblin Elite Infantry.
Combat damage. Combat damage.
This might take a while if we are going to be dealing 1 damage a turn. But maybe, just maybe, he's out of creatures now. He only has 1 forest too, which should be limiting him a little bit. Maybe he doesn't have, unless he's going to play something in the second main. I guess he will be.
River Boa.
Another snake. I wonder how much he screwed himself over by changing up all his lands.
Draw.
Mountain.
Another mountain. I want to play my cards immediately, and I keep forgetting to skip phases. So what we can do is we could attack with this guy, but he's definitely going to block it. And then we'll just trade, but I'll get in for 3. Or he's going to block the bodyguard if I do it this way, and then I'll only get in for 1. And then I can hope that I can get in for 5 next turn, which I think that's a better way to do it.
Combat damage. Combat damage.
He must be out of creatures now.
Draw.
This video is getting pretty long. If you were playing just regular tabletop Magic, I guess a game like this would have been over
Draw.
20 minutes ago.
Goblin Team.
Alright, we got the Goblin Digging Team, which I think can be sacrificed and we can destroy a wall with it? I'm not sure. But we're going to play it anyway,
Goblin Digging Team.
just in hopes so we can get in for some extra damage. He's finally creatureless, which should speed things up significantly. So we are getting in for 5, which means I made the right call in
Combat damage.
previous turn.
Draw.
Warthog.
This would have been a good thing to play when he still had his creatures. Since this guy, I believe, has Swamp Walk, so this would potentially give us a lot of trouble, since he would just use his artifact to turn one of our lands into a swamp and keep swinging for 3 every round without me being able to block it.
Draw.
But I guess this is over now. What did we get? Oh, I think this deals 1 damage to every creature without flying. I did look up quite a bit of cards from 6th edition. Let's just get to combat and get this over with. This video is way too long anyway at this point. I think I'll have to split into 2, maybe 3 videos.
Combat damage. You win.
And that's that. So, we got some cards. So yeah, you get cards in the colors of the opponents that you're facing. And I think you get cards both if you win or lose, so you could just grind cards even if you're losing. It's worth playing. Let's go back to our little village. So these are just options to view cards and build decks. I think the top one is deck building. So we could now splash green into our deck. Oh, I guess we have little stats, and we kept drawing mountains because we have 20 mountains in a 40 card deck. So yeah, the first thing I would do if I would do this over, I would go probably into the area that's in the color of my deck, and try to grind out some cards to maybe put 3 good cards extra in this deck and play a 17 land. But we can see more evidence of the graphics all being in English. So I guess it's just the text that that is playing that. Is in Japanese. Like you can see that the complete and no register and deck construction and the exit thing, they all have like nicer fonts, and this kind of tells me that it's probably an image and not actual text. So I think this game was meant to be released in English at some point. It just didn't happen. I would like to know why, because it is a fun game. And with that, I guess, conclusion, that's a good time to end this video, which I'm looking at the voice recording, and it's already over 40 minutes long, so I'll probably have to split it in 2, maybe 3 parts. If you got this far somehow, let me know if you've enjoyed it. If you want to see more of this or other obscure Magic the Gathering games, I guess there aren't that many. Let me know. I can do a little bit of digging. This took a couple of days to prepare everything and figure out how to record it in decent quality. But I enjoyed playing it, so if you have the opportunity, give it a shot. It's a fun game with some cool cards, and I think it's really a shame that it's not available in English. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this this longer video, and I'll see you in the next one.